Namaste and welcome to the next episode of Clinical Ayurveda. Myself, Dr. Mayuresh Akte. We have discussed clinical aspect of Rasa Vichar and clinical aspect of Vipak Vichar. Now we will move towards the Virya Vichar. All of you know that Shita Virya and Ushna Virya and their functions like Deepan Pachan by Ushna Virya and Stambhan by Shitavirya, Vatakafa Nashan by Ushnavirya, Pitta Shaman by Shitavirya. So, all this information all of you know in detail. So, I am not focusing on this uh, matter in detail because everyone knows it. We will discuss Virya Vichar in a different way that what is the definition, what is the application of we can do as a Virya Sankalpana and other aspects of Ayurveda which is we can evaluate on the basis of Virya Kalpana. Now what is the definition? Na virya kurte kinchit sarva virya kruta hi sa. This is the first definition that everything what is happening in the body by that dravya is because of virya only. Viryam dravya se shakti. It is the force by which dravya makes its action in the body. Okay? Always remember Viryam dravya se shakti. Huh? Whatever drug performs in the body is its virya. So, by this definition, you should remember in the mind that the guna which is performing dominant action in the body is its virya. Again, whatever guna which is performing dominantly and showing its effect in the body should be named it that virya of that particular drug. Let me explain. Shita and Ushna virya is in practice by in general as a general rule we nominate this as virya. But when we have seen Deepan Pachan in detail, we have learned about Sudarshan Dravya and the dominance of Tikta Rasa of that Sudarshan Dravya. If you see all the actions of Sudarshan as Ampachal and if they are performed by the Tikta Rasa only and not by its Shita Virya, then you should label Tikta Rasa as its Virya or as a Shakti of that drug. Similarly, we have seen during the Vipak that in Madhu they have mentioned the Vipak works, the Katu Vipak of Madhu works on the Medonashan Karma and performs the Medonashan Karma. So, in that case, the Shakti of that Madhudravya is Vipak, Katu Vipak. Other drugs, for example, we have taught about this in the Medya Karma that Brahmi, the Mandaguna of Brahmi is more responsible for the Smruti Karma. Hence, in that case, the Shakti of the Brahmi Dravya is its Mandaguna. Dravya like Parijatak, which are of Kharaguna and we apply externally on the wounds, etc. In that case, you should label that Kharaguna as the Virya because that factor is performing the action on the skin. So, what I am trying to say that in general we consider Shita and Ushna Virya as a Virya, but any factor about Rasa Vipak Virya Guna which is performing its action and showing the effect in the body, we should label that factor as a virya, means dravyasya shakti, power, strength of that particular dravya, and we should label that guna as virya. Now, the other factor side about virya, what it is mentioned in the text, that there are so many factors working, guna working. So there are 20 guna. Among them, 8 are mostly seen or dominantly seen in action. Among these 8, Ushna and Shitavirya are more commonly available, commonly seen, and commonly used. Vyavhara hai mukhyatvat and Bhavat Granadapi. So they have categorized or simplified the 20 guna into 8 first, Ashtavidha Viryavar, and then they have made a further simplification on Dvividha Virya. So if you study say 100 Dravya, you will find in among more than 80-90% that Ushna Shita are commonly seen, commonly used, commonly available, most effective. So they have categorized from 20 guna to Ashtavidha Viryavar and Ashtavidha Viryavar to Dvividha Viryavar. What I am trying to say, this is the excellent example of statistics and probability in Ayurveda. We always listen in the lectures and that there should be a statistical data, and so Ayurveda should be presented in that case, in that manner. Nothing wrong in that. But Granthakar has already know this statistical importance and probability, importance of probability, and on that basis only they have categorized these 20 to Ashtavidha Viryavar, Ashtavidha Viryavar to Dvividha Viryavar. See, right from the first shlok of Ashtamarudaya, they have kept in mind this view of statistics and probability. Vayu, Vata, Pittam, Kapha, Chadi, Traya, Dosha, Samasata. In that commentary, Tika, they have specially mentioned why we have mentioned in this manner. First Vata, then Pitta and Kapha. And they said Vata is strong. Vata Vyadhi are more in number. So probability of disease of Vata are more as compared to Pitta and Kapha. Pitta has 40 Pitta Vyadhi. Then Kapha has more or less than Vata and Pitta. Again, the strength of producing disease is in this manner. Vata has higher probability than Pitta and then Kapha. So Ayurveda has never left the thought of statistics and probability, and when it is written right from that era, they have kept this in mind, and Virya Vichar is one of the example of that. You will find this in n number of factors. I will discuss it when the subject comes. But the whatever we listen today, that there is no statistics, probability should be there, etc., was incorporated in the Grantha right from the first shlok of Grantha. So this was the another different aspect I wanted to discuss with you on the background of Virya Vichar. Other functions of Shita Virya, Ushna Virya, all of you know, I don't want to repeat that again. So Virya is Shakti or Dravya which can be anything, but by probability Shita and Ushna are more chosen as the Virya. Thank you very much. We will meet with a new subject next time.